このトレーニングであなたのスピーキング力は見違えるほど伸びます。この動画では IELTS スピーキングテストの練習を行います。IELTS に限らず、この教材で繰り返しトレーニングすれば、スピーキング力は確実に伸びていきます。ぜひ自分の回答を録音して聞き返してみてください。改善点を見つけ、同じ問題にもう一度挑戦することをお勧めします。継続することで自信を持って話せるようになります。繰り返し聞き返せるようにチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。パート1では身近な日常についての質問が出ます。各質問に対しておよそ20秒間しっかり話してください。パート2では1分間の準備時間があります。その後2分間途切れずに話してください。パート3ではパート2に関連したより深い質問が出ます。各質問についておよそ40秒間話してください。パート3の後に回答例もありますので参考にしてください。それでは練習を始めましょう。Let's start with part 1. I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself and your daily life. Please answer as fully as you can. Can you tell me about your hometown? Do you enjoy reading books or magazines? How often do you use public transportation? What do you usually do on weekends? Do you prefer to study in the morning or at night? Why? Now, in part 2, you will have 1 minute to prepare, and you should speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Here is question. Describe a place you would like to visit in the future. You should say where it is, why you want to go there, what you would like to do there, and explain why this place is special to you. Let's start. That's 1 minute. Now, please start speaking. Now, let's move on to Part 3. I'd like to ask you some more questions related to Part 2. Why do people like to travel to new places? How has international tourism changed compared to the past? Do you think travel can change a person's perspective on life? How? 'What are the advantages and disadvantages of tourism for a country?' 'That is the end of the speaking test. Thank you.' ここからはパート1からパート3の全質問の回答例です。ぜひ参考にしてみてください。Part 1. Can you tell me about your hometown? My hometown is a small city located near the mountains. It is quite peaceful, and people there are very friendly. One thing I like the most is the local market, where you can buy fresh fruits and vegetables. Although it's not very modern, it feels warm and welcoming. Do you enjoy reading books or magazines? Yes, I really enjoy reading books, especially novels. Reading helps me relax and also improves my vocabulary. Sometimes I read magazines too, mainly about travel and culture. But overall, I prefer books since they give me more depth and imagination. How often do you use public transportation? I use public transportation almost every day, mainly buses and trains. It is quite convenient and cheaper than driving a car. During rush hours, it can be crowded, but I still find it useful because it saves time and reduces stress. What do you usually do on weekends? On weekends, I usually spend time with my family or friends. Sometimes we go shopping, watch a movie, or eat at a restaurant. If I stay at home, I like to read or listen to music. I try to balance relaxation with being productive. Do you prefer to study in the morning or at night? Why? I prefer to study in the morning because my mind feels fresher and I can focus better. At night, I usually feel tired and distracted. Morning study helps me remember information more effectively. Part 2. Describe a place you would like to visit in the future. I would really like to visit Paris in the future. Paris is often called the City of Love and the City of Lights, and it is one of the most famous cities in the world. It has a long history of art, culture, and fashion, and for me, it represents a place where history and modern life are beautifully combined. The first reason I want to go there is because of its landmarks. I have always dreamed of seeing the Eiffel Tower with my own eyes. I imagine standing under it at night when it sparkles with lights, and I think that moment would be unforgettable. Another place I want to see is the Notre Dame Cathedral, which is not only a religious building but also an incredible example of Gothic architecture. The second reason is my love of art. Paris has some of the best museums in the world, such as the Louvre and the Musée d'Orsay. I would like to spend at least a full day in the Louvre because it holds the Mona Lisa and thousands of other masterpieces. Another aspect that excites me is the food culture. French cuisine is known worldwide, and I want to try authentic dishes right in Paris. I picture myself sitting in a small cafe in the morning, enjoying a croissant and coffee, watching people walking by. I also want to try French wine, cheese, and desserts like macarons. Finally, Paris is special to me because it symbolizes inspiration. Many famous writers, painters, and philosophers lived there, and I think the city has an atmosphere that encourages creativity. So, for all these reasons, Paris is at the top of my travel list. I hope in the near future I will have the chance to go there, explore its culture, enjoy its food, and create unforgettable memories. Part 3. Why do people like to travel to new places? People like traveling to new places because it gives them fresh experiences and helps them escape routine. They can try new food, meet people, and learn about other cultures. Travel also creates lasting memories with friends or family. Some people even feel inspired after seeing a different way of life. So it is not just entertainment, but also a way to grow personally. How has international tourism changed compared to the past? Tourism has changed a lot. In the past, only wealthy people could travel abroad, but now it is more affordable thanks to budget airlines and online booking. Technology makes planning simple, and social media often influences where people go. However, modern tourism also causes problems like overcrowding and pollution. So it is easier and more common today, but it brings new challenges too. Do you think travel can change a person's perspective on life? How? Yes, travel can really change someone's perspective. By experiencing different lifestyles and cultures, people become more open-minded and tolerant. For example, visiting a poorer country may make someone more grateful for what they have. Travel can also inspire new habits or ideas, such as caring more about the environment. Overall, it broadens horizons and shapes values in a lasting way. What are the advantages and disadvantages of tourism for a country? Tourism has advantages like creating jobs, bringing income, and promoting cultural exchange. Countries can also share their history and traditions. But there are disadvantages too. Over-tourism can damage nature, crowd cities, and raise living costs. Traditions may even lose authenticity. So tourism is valuable, but it must be managed carefully to balance benefits and problems. お疲れ様でした。ここまで練習できたあなたは確実にスピーキング力が伸びています。大切なのは繰り返し挑戦して自分の表現に自信を持つことです。このチャンネルでは英語、試験対策に役立つ練習動画をこれからも配信していきます。ぜひチャンネル登録と高評価をして一緒に目標スコアを目指しましょう。